What is a spiritual journey and how do you know you're on one? That's a simple question I want to explore today. So, what is a spiritual journey? And how do you know if you're on one or if it's just you going through life? A spiritual journey does not always look magical. It's not always angels, signs, tarot cards, crystals, or big mystical moments. I believe we're all on a spiritual journey called life. It's just when things get tough, then we notice we're actually on one. Sometimes it's not that simple, so I want to lay it out for you a little bit and explore it today. Sometimes it starts quietly, sometimes it starts when you feel lost, sometimes it starts when life you're living doesn't always fit with you anymore and you start to change. To me, a spiritual journey is the process of becoming more aware of who you really are and why you're here, what your soul is trying to show you. It's when you start getting nudges from spirit, and that's when you start using your intuition. It doesn't mean you have all the answers. It means you're starting to ask deeper questions. It means something inside you is waking up. So, who am I really? The first part of the spiritual journey is asking, who am I really? It's when you start to dive deep into who you are on a soul level, not just who people told you to be, not the roles that you play, not just your job, your past, your pain, your responsibilities, but who am I underneath all of that? A spiritual journey often begins when we start wanting to know ourselves on a deeper way. And that's one of the things I'm very passionate about is a spiritual journey and finding out who you are on a soul level. And I want to help you discover that. So the big question is, why am I here? Why am I here? What is my purpose? What gives my life meaning? What am I here to learn, heal, create, or share? You may just start feeling like there's more to life than just getting through the day. That's one thing when you know you're on a spiritual journey. The feeling can be part of this greater awakening of yourself. Then the next thing is, what is my soul showing me? The next part of learning is to listen to your soul. Your soul may speak through intuition. That's what I believe. It speaks through dreams too. It speaks through signs and synchronicities. And it may speak through repetitive feelings, nudges, or lessons. It also speaks through discomfort when something's not right. That's when you know your soul is trying to tell you something. I believe emotions are a sign from your soul that something isn't quite right. Sometimes it shows you what you are ready to heal too. So, signs that you may be on a spiritual journey is you feel restless, like something needs to change. You start asking deeper questions about life. You feel more drawn to like intuition, healing, or spiritual growth. You notice the signs around you more, and the dreams are starting to be more evident. Numbers come across like 1111 or 222. These are synchronicities. You are more aware of energy of people when so such as like when you enter a room and you can tell if somebody's in a good or bad mood. That's a sign that you're on a spiritual journey and your soul is trying to talk to you in a way. You all grow old habits, people, or situations. You want more peace, truth, and a meaning. You feel called to write, create, heal, learn, or help others. And you don't feel like the same person anymore. You feel like something's shifting you. A spiritual journey is not about being perfect. It's not about being positive all the time. It's not about having everything all figured out. That's not what a spiritual journey is. It's just about becoming more aware. It's about listening more deeply. It's about coming back to yourself. And really, it's about learning to trust the wisdom inside you. In my own life, my spiritual journey has not been neat or easy. It's been like a little quick disaster there. But there were times because I felt lost and times where I had to rebuild. There are times I had to ask who I really was and what my soul was trying to teach me. But looking back, I can see what the journey is and how it helped me become more connected to myself, my intuition, and my purpose. My road has been difficult, but now I know that it's led me to who I am today, and that's a very spiritual person with gifts and talents. That I'm a spiritual medium. I'm a gifted psychic. I can use those gifts to help people. So, knowing all this, if you feel lost right now, it doesn't always mean you are failing. You are waking up. You may be changing, you may be starting a deeper spiritual journey. You do not need to know the whole path today. Just start with the next honest question. Who am I really? Why am I here? What is my soul trying to show me? If this spoke to your soul, I'd love to invite you into my Unbreakable Souls community. It's free, and inside we talk about healing, intuition, soul growth, writing, and spiritual development. The links below. So, a spiritual journey, just to recap, is not about becoming someone else. It's about remembering who you really are. See you in the next video.